One primordial origin. You are listening at FameTV.info. Existence is beyond the power of words. To explain it, different terms may be used, but none of them is absolute. In the beginning of the universe, there were no words. Words later came out of the womb of matter. And whether a man dispassionately sees to the core of life or passionately sees the surface, the core and the surface are essentially the same. Words made them seem different, but words only express appearance. If name be needed, wonder names them both. From wonder into wonder, existence opens. Tao of the way. At first there was the void, a single existence of temporal infinity. The infinity of space or formless matter of infinitude energy. The void from which the first forms of creation were made, from its infinitude energy, the Alpharon and the Amanu. The ultimate yin and yang of existence, the Alpharon was the essence core of the primordial universe. It was the ultimate existence of order and harmony. A creative harmony that was the ultimate order of the universe. The Alpharon was the force, the source of all universal energies, the force underlying everything that existed or happened. Immeasurable mighty force that was a unifying, creative, harmonious essence core, the true origin of everything in the universe. Everything in the universe received its energy from the source in order to exist. Without the energy from Alpharon, an existence would cease to be in the universe. It was the essence life force of the Alpharon that expanded the spacetime of the primordial universe in an intrinsic expansive way whereby the scale of space itself changed. That act made the primordial universe to rapidly evolve. Cosmos, galaxies and planets were formed. The created cosmos was made up of galaxies and the galaxies were made up of planets. But the universe kept on expanding. Its expansion was forever infinite, due to the universe possessing a core. Every other existence with perpetuity had a core. The planets, as part of the universe, had narans, smaller essence cores. These essence cores were connected to the Alpharon, the mother core of the universe. The Alpharon absorbed and refined the infinitude energy from the void of infinity to create cosmic energy or cosmic spiritual energy. Then, the narans absorbed the cosmic energy and released the energy on the planets. This energy released was often referred to as heavenly spiritual energy. Then, the Amanu, the second essence core, created from the void of infinity. The primordial chaos was a spacetime of complete disorder, the very exact opposite of Alpharon. The Amanu, the life force, the essence core of the primordial chaos. It was the life force of all existence in primordial chaos. The Amanu core absorbed infinitude energy from the void, to form the chaos energy which was the vital energy of life in the primordial chaos. The primordial chaos was also infinite in existence, though they were different in every form of existence. The primordial universe and the primordial chaos literally coexisted like a twin existence. One could not be without the other despite their complete differences, hence, they were connected through the primordial holes. The primordial holes were gates of infinitude energy, of total darkness, that joined the primordial universe to the primordial chaos. Homes of the primordials, first of their kinds, these were powerful entities created from the core's essence energies during the spacetime expansions. They were divided into two groups according to their creation, the primordial divines and the primordial beasts. Primordial divines were creation of the universe from the essence of the ultimate order, existence of pure cosmic energy refined from the void infinitude energy. They were pure divine beings of immense powers seeing to the well-being of the universe in relations to the laws of creation. On the other hand, the primordial beasts were created in the primordial chaos from the core essence of Amanu, the life force of chaos energy that was refined from the infinitude energy. They were powerful beasts at the pinnacle of existence in the chaos. Primordial entities were constantly at war against one another right from the time of creation. The Great Wars, 4 billions of years after the creation, many great wars were fought between the primordials divines and primordial beasts. The primordial beasts desired the materials in the universe. Many times, they invaded the universe, but their efforts were thwarted. Always, they were pushed back. Many primordials died, both the divines and beasts, but the beasts always suffered great losses. The last great war, the war that led to the primordial beast's greatest loss, proved costly and the remaining beasts were pushed back into the primordial holes. Finally, the divines created the cosmic wall seals and the gates were sealed, to be forever guarded by the Nephrims, the cosmic golems. Billions of years, after the great wars, life took forms in the cosmos, different living entities sprang to life in the worlds. Among them were the immense sentience of nature, the primordial titans. The mighty titans. Forces of nature that gained sentience. Powerful forces of nature in the forms of rivers, seas, mountains and so on, forces who gained the knowledge of awareness. They realized their existence and became sentients. Living entities that could materialize in mortal forms. After the titans came the cosmic beasts. The cosmic beasts were different from the primordial beasts. The primordial were from chaos whereas the cosmic beasts were creation of the universe. Animal creatures much more intelligent than mundane animals. They were capable of speaking in mortal languages, transforming into mortal forms and practicing cultivation. Creatures of sentience, of great strength and power. They were into three categories, the divine beasts, sacred beasts and demonic beasts. The divine beasts were innate bloodline creatures. They grow stronger over the course of time. Awakening their bloodline powers could lead them to immortality. But, they couldn't transform into any mortal forms, they remained in their animal forms, whereas, the sacred beasts didn't have innate bloodline, but they were born with primal evanescence cores. The cores made them very strong from birth. They were capable of cultivation, though, their cultivation was very slow. And lastly, the demonic beasts. Creatures, born when an animal or plant, absorbed cosmic spiritual energy over a long period of time and then gained spiritual awareness. They formed essence cores after gaining sentience. Demonic creatures' existence were based on their karmic virtues. There were good karmic demons. They protected and maintained the laws of creation. And, there were many demons with bad karma too. Millions of years after the cosmic beasts came the mundane animals. Although, some of them started to exhibit magical traits, they neither had nor gained sentience. These were the magical beasts. The bodies of these animals contained great benefits to both mortals and immortals. Millions of years later, mortals came into existence. They were created from the vital essence of life of the Alpharon, the chi essence of life, according to the law of creation. Mortals were created on different planets, worlds, of different sizes, divided into minor worlds and major worlds. Among the mortals were the humans, mortals of high intelligence. Many mortal worlds belonged to humans. There were other worlds for other species too. For millions of years, mortals were living difficult lives, very short lives. Short life, death and reincarnation. Mortals were reluctant to accept these forms of living. They started the search for immortality. The ability to gain eternal life, to live forever. The cosmic divines decided to give mortals a chance to achieve eternal life. Immortality through cultivation. Cultivating chi and practicing martia and mystical arts. They created methods of cultivating chi, collections of techniques, martial and mystical arts. The first of the cosmic divines, the three pure ones, Lord of primordial origin, Lord of luminous treasure and Lord of true way, decided to teach the Tao of the universe, the way, to mortals. The teaching, Tao produced Taiji, Taiji produced Yin and Yang produced Yin, Yang and Qi, was spread throughout the modal worlds. Luminous treasures from them were scattered all over the cosmos to aid cultivators. Cosmic divines, the Adi Buddhas, Lord Buddha Bhavana and Lord Buddha Bodhisattva, added the Dharma of the universe, the path. They taught the Eightfold Path and the Bodhisattva path. The enlightenment and awakening of the mortal self to reach immortality. The roads were opened for mortals cultivating these formulations to have eternal lives. The mortal body had a dantian. The center of oneself. By sensing the heavenly spiritual energy and absorbing the energy to form chi, the life force, in the dantian, mortals were capable of improving health, increasing longevity, and growing powerful. Mortals were able these, through the cultivation methods of chi and its circulation through their meridians. The cultivation of qi in the Dantian was the root of the immortality tree. Manuscripts were created. Scriptures and manuals containing detailed instructions on training in cultivation methods or mystical martial arts styles. Over the course of millions of years, many mortals had used these manuscripts to achieve immortality. These manuscripts became being regarded as extremely valuable treasures. Thus, they were secretly kept and well guarded by clans, sects or schools and loose cultivators who were in possession of them. Treasures of magical and divine nature were created during creation of the universe and primordial chaos and located all over the universe and primordial chaos. Treasures of immense powers. And there were treasures forged by the cosmic divines too, placed all over the mortal worlds, which helped them in their cultivation. The path of cultivation was a hard, tedious and dangerous one. It required obtaining a cultivation method for qi cultivation, for breathing techniques, for meditation, for martial and mystical arts. More importantly were the availability of spiritual energy and resources for advancement. There were stages of advancement for a cultivator. The first stage was the juqi, the gathering of qi. The second stage was lianqi, the refining of qi. The third stage was the ningqi, the condensing of qi. The fourth stage was the zhuji, the foundation establishment from the condensed qi. The fifth stage was the miqi, the evanescent core formation. The sixth stage was the jindan, the golden core formation. The seventh stage was the yuanying, the forging of the nascent soul. The eighth stage was the quangtian stage, the hegemon soul. Immortal ascension stage. The ninth stage was the shenxian, the hegemon soul reaching godhood. The 10th stage was the tianshang, the deity soul becoming celestial. The 11th stage was the shensheng, celestial soul becoming cosmic divine. Every stage of advancement had further stages. From the first stage, juqi, to the third stage, ningqi, there were three further stages, the early stage, the middle stage and the late stage. From the fourth stage, zhuji, to eighth stage, quangtian, there were four further stages. The early stage, the middle stage, the late stage and the peak stage. For the heavenly plane, it was a different matter entirely. For the ninth stage, shenxian, there were three initial stages. The low gods, the high gods and the pure gods. And four further stages of early, middle, late and peak stages. The 10th stage, tianshang, had three stages. Low celestials, high celestials and pure celestials. For the cosmic plane, the 11th stage, shensheng, had only one. The cosmic divines. Total universal emptiness. The essence of the universe was oneness. Harmony was the underlying nature of the universe. Oneness, unity, and harmony were the basic qualities that the universe operated on. Those who know that were enlightened, the more one was able to understand oneness and creative harmony in all areas of life and situations, the more enlightened one was in viewing and interacting with reality. Cultivation was an act of defiance against the laws of creation. Mortals lived, died and reincarnated. That was a mortal law of creation. For mortals to be immortals was going against the natural order of creation. This also applied to sacred and demonic beasts that practiced cultivation. The wrath of creation was the heavenly tribulations. Every major steps into immortality brought heavenly tribulations, but surviving the tribulations meant immortality, the pathway to eternity. Listen to the full novel at FameTV.info, direct link in the description.